welcome to Coding After Work.
Nah.
No?
No. Because we're coding and it's after work now.
Don't start with that. You already destroyed the Married Geeks show with that. We don't have to be those people here.
I believe you started it.
I did?
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think so.
Well, I am
think
that
so.
person, so.
So welcome. We're back.
We are. We're trying to wrap up our web.
We had a couple of streams with guests.
We did.
We have some more planned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
if you missed them, they are on YouTube.
and if you're watching this on YouTube, we are also on Twitch.
We are. Usually on Thursdays.
Usually on Thursdays. And Tuesdays, if you want to see Lego builds, so Married Geeks.
Yeah, well, and geek outs.
Definitely.
And bad
geek outs.
jokes. Or as you call them, puns.
They're not bad. It's not bad jokes. They're jokes. They're funny.
Well, I feel bad when you're saying the joke, so there's that.
Kind of like The Office. I've been subjected to a hate crime. That's not a hate crime. Well, I hated it.
Nope. Nope. Let's go back into our backlog instead. I think that's more appropriate.
Let's start with .NET Frontend Day.
Yes, we did that.
We did .NET Frontend Day, and all the videos are up on YouTube. So .NET Frontend Day at YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of awesome speakers.
Yeah, that was a lot of good content.
Great feedback, and we are working on now. We can't tell you anything about it, but we're working on the speakers gifts right now.
Yes, we are. Very hard. And it's so hard to not tell them about it.
Yeah. All right, let's skip that part and dive in. Okay.
Let's do that. Our backlog.
So during the last couple of weeks, I guess, you have noticed that our page is not what it should be. It's missing some parts.
It has some issues.
So if we just pop into it, you'll see that the
page is behind the menu.
Yeah, exactly.
And same thing on the YouTube page. And also on my cell phone or mobile phone, whatever you want to call it. On my phone, it looks, let's call it not optimal.
It's horrific. That's what we're looking for. That's the word you're looking for.
No, it wasn't. But yeah, it's on same level.
Yeah. So we need to fix that. So let's add an item for that. I think it's kind of like optimize the mobile experience, but I think this is actually not a mobile problem.
Making it acceptable.
Fix padding.
Then we are optimizing.
And I would argue that that's a bug.
It is definitely a bug.
I'm going to add that to the top.
Hey, they had a little bug icon.
And so what else are we doing?
I actually got an email from a person who saw either my talk or the blog post about my talk I had on .NET Conf.
Oh, right.
About UX and accessibility. And they suggested I try out a tool that they made for finding accessibility and contrast issues and a lot of things. So I would love to check that out and see what else we can improve on.
So let's investigate accessibility. That's not correct.
No, it's with an I, not A.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Right,
so accessibility has an accessibility problem.
Definitely. And I believe it was on Monday. Monday? I think it was on Monday.
This week?
The plugin for Visual Studio for Github Co-pilot came out. So I want to show you what that's all about.
Yeah, I want to see.
What can it do?
I've only heard a few things about it and seen their ASCII logo.
Yep.
That kind of blew up on Twitter.
That's
Not the mama.
Story.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can show that. Twitter.com. See if we got that one. Accept all the cookies.
Yes, I like cookies. All the cookies.
Oh, where is it?
There we go.
Not that one.
No,
I
but
should actually. It's probably easier to do it like this. There's me. Hello.
hey, I see it up in. No, it's okay. Up. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, I don't see that.
You don't?
No, I don't. I mean,
You
I see the
you-
resemblance,
eyes, big mouth.
yeah,
eyes, eyes.
what
big
are
mouth.
those? His tooth?
Well, he has two teeth here.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true. Still, not the mama. So that's from a very old show called Dinosaurs
yeah.
back in the day. So that's what you see when you see the ASCII logo for
But
Github
apparently, it's. Let's see here. Where do we have it? I don't know how to use Twitter.
You don't know
apparently.
how to Twitter, no.
we
Apparently
go.
it's this one, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't really see that one either, so I think I have an ASCII problem. So we're...
So don't think we need to add that to the backlog, though.
no. Have some fun with CoPilot.
All right. So fix padding.
Yes, that is definitely...
So it actually already added those to the backlog because Azure DevOps.
does things.
Okay, so
Which is why we, in our next project, actually are going to try out GitHub.
Yep.
For this instead.
So let's dive into the project and see what's going on here.
I see something about CoPilot.
I started the class just to prepare, just to have it ready. But first, we need to do the actual work, I think. A little bit of work, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem here is, so let's pop back here. You'll see that let's start with the podcast page. The podcast list looks okay.
Yeah.
If we go into a podcast episode, things are very slow, and you still see that. Okay,
Yeah.
we're
It goes under
Yeah.
the menu.
So let's go into Visual Studio, and it's actually quite easy fix, I believe.
That's good because we did some stuff in the CSS and then we messed things up, I think.
Apparently.
Yeah. We changed some name, we tried to
Let's see if we can go.
clean some stuff up and then we made an oopsie, I
100?
think.
I think that's readable.
I think so.
Yep. So let's
At
do
least
that.
I can read it, so
Yep,
let us know if you can't.
So the thing, there are actually two problems on this page. The first one is that we need to have let's see where it is.
We need to have something.
We need to have something. Here it is. So we got page content, but we also have a style specific for the top padding.
Yeah.
And that's what's the problem here. So we need to add that padding here. Just going to add that top padding. Let's run the project and see if that makes any difference at all. So let's pop into, there we go. Look at that.
It's not underneath the menu anymore.
And this is the latest episode of our podcast as well with Johanna Brink, where he's talking about helping out so in Sweden we have a school system, in Stockholm I should say. Apparently we have many school systems in Stockholm. That's insane. I talked to my colleagues who have children and they're like, yeah, so I have 3 apps and my other colleague had 1 app and there was no overlap at all. Sorry.
You can show yourself out.
So we do have a school platform, and he and a couple of other parents helped out creating an app for the school platform because
it was unusable.
Yeah.
And the story behind that, let's just say it involves the police and the whole shebang.
Yeah. So my absolute favorite. I'm not gonna tell. We're not gonna tell the whole episode, but my absolute favorite is that they invested, I believe, $10,000 ish in creating an encryption, which was base 64 encoding. So what they did was they had a string. They checked how many letters that string was, and the number of letters was how many times they base 64 encoded the string. And you probably are saying like, hey, wait a minute, base 64 isn't an encryption.
We know!
So yeah, it's a really good
it's
episode.
A really good story. Well, it's a horrible story, but it still ended not with people in jail.
Yeah.
There's that.
So far, at least.
So yeah, highly recommend that.
Okay, so we got a little bit of space here. Mm-hmm. Good. Nice.
So check out YouTube then.
Let's check out YouTube. Where are YouTube? Where are YouTube? So let's simply add a top padding here as well. Save. Let's switch back. Pop into YouTube. And
nothing.
Here.
Did you save? Did you
didn't.
have to save?
I actually got a problem with Visual Studio, both on this machine and on the machine in my in the office, because if I press Control S, it doesn't save the document. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
That's
I don't
interesting.
know why. So let's see if it's not changing. Is it top padding? It is top padding. Let's see if, look at that. Hot reload on file save. We need that as well. So let's try that again then. No?
Hot reload is really good when it works.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
And we got a new...
We need to... why is the... shouldn't the header be centered like the image?
I believe it should be, but it's not, apparently.
Yeah. So that's another... well, it's not a bug, but it bugs me, so...
So the H2 is... Let's give it a try. I don't know.
Yeah, that base 64 story is just mind-blowing. It is. I mean, and that is not even half of it. It's... what we didn't talk about on the podcast episode, but we know Yuan, so we have known this before. By law, you can ask for any documents regarding that stuff, because it's supposed to be not classified, and anyone should be able to take get the information if they ask for it. So they asked for the information, and they got like this huge stack of printed Excel files, which they also had sorted in a way that you could not read it, because it's printed like one row at a time, and then everything was just jumbled. That must be thousands and thousands of sheets of paper. Well, yeah.
Now, I believe, so we got the H2. I believe that margin left auto and margin right auto should do the trick.
Well, apparently it doesn't.
Oh, I didn't intend to do that.
That's how you go into the actual video.
Let's just check if, so it looks good. It has auto, so we got the update. Huh.
how do we still have these
actually...
things in 2022?
So I think the problem is that it takes the whole area here. This one, I'm not sure what to do here. So let's
just put it on the backlog.
Yeah, let's do that.
I just hijacked your coding mojo, so.
So for me, that is not a CSS guy. I usually just do trial and error. Try it again, try it again, try it again.
For the printed Excel, not the CSS. Yes, definitely. CSS we still need. Hello. Welcome.
All right, let's just skip that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's add it to the backlog.
Yeah.
Backlog. Here we go. So this would be a bug.
Well,
Center the episode name. That's not how you spell episode.
Well, close enough.
Let's add it to the top, but remove it from the sprint.
Yeah. There must be a way to add things to the backlog without adding it to the current sprint.
Probably something I've done.
Well.
Move to iteration backlog. There we go. Okay, so we fixed the padding. So I do believe... Oh, there we go. I do believe that the page now looks... and I need to open that one. So if we go into this mode, we'll check out the mobile version. Looks kind of good. Let's go with the podcast here. And things look pretty good. Now, as you can see here, the image here is pushing out the content just a little bit. So we need to, at least I think so. I haven't tried it on a phone, but I tried the broken page, but I haven't tried the fix. So at least I think we need to get the image a little bit smaller.
Yeah, I believe so. But we do have a media query for that.
But
there's another way?
Well, it's not another way, but in our components library, we got a component called Blossom Audio Video because I want to move it into the Blossom component open source project at some point. So I named it Blossom Audio Video. And this touch mouse is kind of annoying because as soon as I get in contact with the pad, it's just, scrolling.
Oh, that's why that's why it looks funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing with the Blossom Audio Video is that it has an isolated CSS. So in CSS, that is only going to affect that particular component. And in this case, the video tag is 400 pixels wide.
Yeah.
So I want to take that down just a little bit. I want to take it down to 300 pixels.
So you can turn the touchpad off, but I think he meant the touchpad of his mouse.
Yeah, so I got one of these.
We also have a Blazor question for you when you're done with this.
Right. Let's hurry up then. So what I've done is I need the query that we have on our other CSS. So I'm going to scroll down here, and somewhere here we've got the desktop and the media screen, yada yada yada. So what this says is that if the device that is accessing the page is wider than 700 pixels, then all these rules is going to apply. So let's go into the component again. our CSS. I'm just going to paste that there. There we go. So if we are browsing the component in this case, and we're using a desktop, we want the video to keep being 400 pixels. So if it's smaller, so the CSS that we have here, we are designing it for mobile first.
Yeah.
So we're thinking that everything we got is mobile, and then we're going to make it bigger for desktop. So I'm going to try and save that. There we go. And pop back and see. Look at that. See, everything got a little bit better.
Yeah.
It suddenly
we can see everything.
We can see everything, and it actually added a little bit of padding down here as well.
Yeah.
Because I believe we have one fraction, and 3 fractions or something like that. But the 3 fractions was pushing all the content out, so it wasn't.
Yeah, this is so much better.
Yep. And if we go up, and it's going to change to a nice looking, like a little bit bigger like that. But look at that. Look up here. About us.
Yeah.
Find
I don't like that.
us.
No, it's actually just home about YouTube, podcast, sponsor, find us.
You've seen too many TikToks, I think.
Oh, I am just... You do know I have like a pre-show for my UX classes with stuff like this, where everything is...
So I really didn't like that. So there is a way to...
we did get a suggestion for that. Overflow -y : hidden. Done and done.
There is another way. So if we go to, let's see here, this one, I believe. So that's the nav, so that's the navigation and the LI inside of a nav.
Yeah.
The LI is...
Which is a list
item.
List
perhaps.
item, yes.
I'm not sure if that's
No, I
actually
think it's a
what,
list item, yeah.
Perhaps. So what we can do is that we can say white space, no wrap. And see if I Control S, it still says not saved.
Huh. That's interesting. So does Control S works in other applications?
I think what might have happened is that at some point we're using database projects, and when we're working with database projects, you need to save all. Otherwise, it's not going to save. So I think I remapped my Control S to save all. Now, that should work here as well.
Yeah.
But
maybe it got like...
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But look at that. It just hit right away, looking a lot better.
Well, not in that... Well, now it does.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's fine. Because if someone has this view, they understand that they need to just make the window just a little bit bigger or smaller. I think we might wanna let's take a look here. So we need to at least have 800 pixels. Let's type 800 here. So that seems good to me. So we need 800 pixels to be able to have that whole menu.
Yeah. So we need to change that in the media query as well.
Exactly. So let's pop into the media
because we were just
query.
guessing in the media query, we should say.
So we're going to say 800 pixels. So if we pop back and I save first, save.
Manually save?
Where is it? Where did it go? There we go. And just make it a little bit smaller, and we got the mobile version.
Awesome.
There we go.
That's good. And we found a breakpoint that works for us.
Yeah.
Because there is no magic breakpoint. There used to be recommendations, but I would say just do whatever fits your page and your content and go from there.
And I think that if we make this a little bit smaller here, you see that it switches to the mobile version, but the image is still big.
Yeah.
It's still 400 pixels.
Yeah.
So it's not until we reach that level it actually gets smaller. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Because now we want it to be smaller.
Yeah, exactly.
I would actually argue that we could go like all the way down here or something.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be afraid of white space. It's actually just good for the page to have that. Hey, we get another tip here. We need to check that out. We just recently found out about the shy HTML thing. It creates a breakpoints and puts in if there's that's good. Need to look that up.
Interesting.
So you want a Blazor question?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, how is the SEO situation with Blazor WASM?
Oh, that's a good question. So there are ways of pre-rendering content. So I think that it should work if you pre-render the content. I should know this, shouldn't I?
Well, we have it like way down in our list of things because stuff.
So not to lie, I'm gonna say I'm not sure. Let's put that on the. Do we have it on the?
I think we had in the beginning, but I don't know where it.
I think we add a little bit of SEO, but we're using the Blazor server.
Yeah.
So we're not using the WASM.
I'm not sure is a better answer than yes and being wrong, right? Definitely. I don't like when people speak in absolutes and turns out they're wrong. I respect you more if you say you don't know.
Thank you.
I look at them, not you, so.
Okay, so we got through the CSS. We got everything set up here. Let's push this. Fixed the CSS. Commit. Push. Because I know you got some things going on.
Yes, I do. I have some tools to try.
So I thought that let's push this and see what happens.
Did you push this time without the code for the item, backlog item?
Maybe.
Well, I was just asking.
I forgot about that.
Well,
I skipped it.
It's still good to know that you could do either way.
Yeah, but we're not combining the items now.
To origin, main, what? Filthy.
So I kind of agree in a way, but since I'm the only one that's gonna push things, I'm the only one that's gonna approve the pull request. So it's kind of like, yeah, that's fine.
You pre-approve it.
Yep.
It's pre-approved.
So let's say this fixed padding, that's done. We got the investigate accessibility, but first,
let's have some fun.
So we mentioned in the beginning that the
Not
GitHub...
the mama.
Apparently, Tyndall messaged me, now I can't unsee it. So I'm sorry, or you're welcome.
Dinosaur.
And so what is actually happening here is that I think it was Monday.
This week.
I think it was Monday this week. Where Microsoft released the GitHub Co-pilot add-in for Visual Studio. So let's see here. I did create... Oh, no. So I did create a file here.
Yep. Still Kent on C Jr. Not the mama. I'm going to call it Not the Mama and not GitHub Co-pilot. That's
fine.
my name for it now.
That's absolutely fine. Okay, so I created the class. Internal class CoPilot test. So let's say that I want to create a method.
So before you go into that, just so I understand, Copilot is kind of like the AI that helps you in Visual Studio, but for GitHub and does it a little bit larger than life.
So from what I'm getting is that Copilot has indexed and searched through basically all of GitHub and created amazing things with that information, that public information, I should say, which is very important because of secrecy and all of that.
Privacy.
Maybe. That's even better.
Well, secrecy as well.
And think about Copilot like Chewbacca for Visual Studio. That's what we're talking about. Someone that helps out, that makes everything better.
Copilot is the future of Stack Overflow driven development, where you just paste stuff you don't understand. Kind of like NPM.
I can honestly not say that better.
You're not wrong.
So let's say that I want to create a method. So I'm going to do something really, really simple. I want to add 2 numbers. Because why not? Int. I want an int back. And I say add 2 numbers. And I press.
And you just made that up, right?
I just made that up.
Yeah.
Boom. Tab. Done.
This means I can get so much better at coding.
I think this is pretty darn amazing. So I actually haven't tried this. Let's just say public. I saw this sample in another language. I'm just gonna public void get weather forecast for a city. Let's try that. City.
No, not 30.
There we go. Let's see if that works. Okay, that didn't work. It was smart enough to say that, hey, okay, we will probably want to send in a city. And, well, apparently this one didn't work. Let's say...
Tyndall says, I want you to search for left pad and see what happens.
Left pad? It's not wrong, I guess.
Yay! But that's pretty cool. As long as you are clear in your naming what you want to do.
And I mean, this is a little bit silly with add 2 number. You're probably not going to name the methods like that, but it's kind of cool. So let's say that.
Oh, apparently that's a meme. It's the NPM package that broke Node.
Got it.
Nice.
So let's assume that you are you're in a job interview, and
I see where this is going.
And one of the most common, I've been exposed to that multiple times, is FizzBuzz.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, there was actually a guy that was interviewing for a position at my old workplace, and we asked him to, could you please do FizzBuzz? We explained it to him and all of that, and he took a very long time to solve it, and we were like, what the? Are you done now? Are you done? I think he got a half an hour or something like that. Are you done? And he's like, yeah, I'm almost done. I just need to. So apparently he implemented modulus from scratch. He didn't know about the percent. So if he had CoPilot, let's try that. Fizz, buzz, parenthesis.
Oh, there
Boom.
you go.
Solved it, got the job.
I would hire that person over someone who wrote it from scratch. I think it was. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name. Microsoft creator. What is his name? Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
I think it was Bill Gates who said, hire a lazy developer because they will get it done as quickly as possible with minimum effort, which
and no repetitive work.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
How do you use CoPilot with a whiteboard, though? Yeah. Well, you could use it. Well, I would allow it. I would allow the use of coding CoPilot or whatever.
So a friend of mine, he was on an interview and he got like a let's see here, numbers. How do you even write this?
Without CoPilot.
Yeah. Oh, I got some help. Help me again. No, there we go. So we got something like this, and they told him, so could you please sort this array? And everyone was like writing their own implementation of sorting and all of that, and he was like, okay, so numbers dot order by, and he was done.
Yeah, I would hire that person.
He got the job.
Yeah, I would hire that person because I want the developers to actually solve the issue, not show that they know how to do it by book and do complicated stuff. I mean, I do appreciate that they knew how to do it. What is that?
I have no idea. It just jumped up on me. That's kind of funny.
My favorite sorting algorithm is manual sort. Huh. I like sorting.
But it's kind of cool. And a friend of mine, or a friend of ours, he had a presentation about CoPilot back when it was only in Visual Studio Code. And he did that presentation. It was a .NET conference or something like that. But he did that conference showing Go, I believe.
Right.
So he just started up Visual Studio Code, created a Go file, whatever those are named. And he just showed them, okay, so I want to implement this or that. And
for the record, this person had never worked with Go before.
Yeah. So what he did was he Googled like, how do I run Go?
Yeah.
That was basically what he did, and he
then
went up on
CoPilot
stage
helped with everything else. That's pretty cool. Because the session was more of, let's see what it can do.
Yeah.
So I don't use my skills because that would be a little bit biased. So that worked. That's pretty cool.
Apparently, there's it got
That's
this
about
suggestion.
how many hobbies I have, actually.
Is it?
Well, add a couple and you're done. But yeah.
Where does come from?
Well, that's pretty cool.
It is.
When do you think we will use this? Will we use it?
I think in many cases we would, because as Tyndall says, that it's like Stack Overflow driven development. I mean, we're always doing these kinds of things. So how do we let's try this.
So this could be the lazy way of doing Stack Overflow, because you don't have to search for it and go to the web page.
Yeah, but eliminating like repetitive work. I really want this to work.
But
Yes.
since it's using AI, is it consistent for doing a presentation on? Well, this person was more trying it out, like, can one person who does not know enough about Go, for instance, do an application for that? But yeah, suddenly the demo wouldn't work. It's when it comes to stuff like that, that's always iffy.
Yeah.
For presentations.
And the nice thing is that if you start using this, you can put AI on your CV.
Yes. Yes.
AI expert. That's what we're talking about.
I use AI every day. Well, you still can say that because you have Visual Studio 2022.
That's true.
So
That's true.
it's.
So
Can you move through the suggestions?
No, at least I haven't found a way. Let's try public and add. Can I say 3 numbers?
You and your numbers. I know you don't like numbers, but yeah, you could.
So no, I cannot. It's 1. This is the
not
suggestion.
like I didn't like the first one. Can I see the second one?
Not that I know of, at least.
One would think that it will come.
It's a natural progression.
Yeah.
I think. So
I mean, like the suggestions you already get in Visual Studio, you can. There's a little drop down in the bubble.
And the only thing that I found so far that is not working with the Copilot is Razor files. So I actually reported that and said that so inside of code segment in Razor files, it's not working. So I'm assuming they say thank you. We're gonna look into that. So hopefully it will get solved.
That's good.
So I think I've played enough with Copilot.
Oh, you did?
I think so.
Okay. So you want me to play around?
Well, do you want to
I
take
can do
over?
that. I can do that. I can do that. Let me.
Right. So I'll just switch over.
You can do that.
Let's do that. There we go.
To my Milky page. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, I got an email from a person who had seen either my talk or my blog post about the talk I had on .NET Conf about UX and accessibility, and suggested I try out a tool. And turns out they actually have more than one tool, which I do like. I like when people are making stuff easy for me. And I also do like when people are working on accessibility. So they have a contrast checker, which is one of the largest issue we do have when it comes to accessibility on the web. There's always contrast issues. So either you can crawl the website, you just put in your URL and it will crawl all the sites, all this full site. I tried that, it took a while. So I've actually compiled a list of our pages. So this is basically all things in the menu and one YouTube page and one podcast page, because otherwise it will take forever to do that. So I just paste in the URLs, and
so the tool would be able to
yeah, it just
page.
took a little while because
right.
we have so many episodes and videos and it needs to go through every single one of them, and I thought maybe it's not that fun to look at me watching a page load. So already you can see here the first page we have. I think I need to zoom in on that one a little so it's actually readable.
Contrast of all the elements is sufficient.
Yes. So apparently our first page is fine. Actually, all of our pages except one is fine. Unfortunately, the pop-up does not work in this case, and I have emailed them about it. So hopefully
So
that will...
do you think that it actually has more information?
I don't know. I believe it should show what element that is
It says
affected.
show elements.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
yeah,
So I think it would, in theory, say that's something F12 it we got. Okay, let's F12 it. And wait a minute. Elements, let's... So you do this more than I do. There's nothing here. What do I do? F12 all the things.
Doesn't seem to be any more information here.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, maybe it just says we have insufficient contrast. But we do get the page that is affected, and I think I know what the problem is. So it's...
So apparently it showed my elements, so it might work, but in this case our elements are all images, so that might be the problem.
Yeah, exactly, and we have a few of them. And I think that the issue is either that this is a gray image on a gray background, or that the dark gray, almost black shadow we have isn't enough contrast as well. I think it's either one of those that is an issue, but it's not really an issue here because it's just pictures.
Yeah.
And they are URLs, and they should have alt text and all of that when we're done with it. So that was a pretty fast way of finding contrast issues. Because the tools I've used before is usually manual tools. I can, let's see, I think it's contrastchecker.com, maybe? Yes. So this is more manual. I need to pick the color or write in the color or copy the code or whatever to see the results.
Right.
Which means I need to do that for every image, for every color I do have, not only the color palette, but also the elements and the images. So this is good in theory. It's good when you are doing getting your colors, your color palette and stuff like that. But this was actually a lot easier. So I like
faster.
That. Much faster. Much faster. But I happened to see that they had other tools. So this is what I was emailed about. But again, I like tools. So again, they have an accessibility checker.
And I'm pretty sure
we are failing in a few places.
Got a little bit of work there.
I'm pretty sure we don't have headers everywhere, and we don't have alt text everywhere, and we should really have that. But in theory, we could get a list. So here they are checking for names and labels, contrast, navigation, tables, audio. Oh, look at that. They are checking basically everything. So let's paste in. That's not the page.
So in .NET 6, I know that they add a lot of accessibility features in Blazor.
Yeah.
But I actually haven't checked exactly what we can do and how it works.
No, and it's probably not 100% either. Nothing
Probably
is.
not.
Nothing
Probably
is. Okay, so let's see what this does. We get a score, and I'm guessing...
Is that good?
I'm guessing that orange is not good. Let's see. Does it say anything about the scores?
I mean, 76 out of 100 is pretty good.
No, I think that's how bad you suck.
From 1,000,000 is pretty bad.
No, it doesn't say exactly.
Is it good to have a lot, or is it good to have smaller numbers? There we go, 95. I saw 95. That was green.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's probably 100.
Yeah. Okay. So we are trying to aim for 100 then. So in this instance, we passed on 10 items, but we did not pass on 3. So let's look at them then. Okay, let's see if this works. Come on, page. Yes, look at that. So we did not have a title element. We knew that. We do not have alt attributes on all the images. We need to fix that because we need to have an alt attribute, at least something. It should say latest video or something.
So the alt text, should they describe the image, or is it okay to say the latest podcast episode?
It depends on the context. It should be a short description of what's important. Either the function of the image or what it's actually depicting. So in our case, it's not crucial that people know exactly what the image says, especially with the videos, because that's just a placeholder.
Yeah.
So we don't have to have an image that says, gray background and white text, because it doesn't add anything. But latest episode, or a picture of the guest of the latest episode, or something like that, because the title already says who's our guest. So if we were to say an image of Yuan, then it would read an image of Yuan, and then the title, Yuan Abrink.
Right.
So
Tyndall apparently is using title, would be the latest podcast episode,
Yes.
and the alt text is what it's actually depicting. And we got a question also. Have you tried running Chrome Lighthouse?
No. But it's on my to-do list.
There
is a lot of accessibility tools in the browser tools, the developer tools as well. You can do contrast checking there as well, and there's a different way of checking things there as well. But they are a little bit hard to find if you don't know where to look for them. We did one. We did show them in one of the shows, I think. Well, then we also have links do not have a discernible name. But yeah, no, they don't, because that's just the GUID we have.
Oh, right.
So again, if we add a title for that or something like that.
So is that... what does that mean? Does it mean that we should add the name tag or the name attribute, or is it looking for something else?
Well, the good thing with this is that they actually give you a URL so we can learn more. So they say here that link text and alternative text for images, when used as links, that is discernible, unique, and focusable, improves navigation experience for screen reader users. So again, if we have an alt text or we have a title and things like that, then we would be home free, I think.
Okay.
At least it would be much, much better.
And
I'm also guessing that everything that is 76 has the same 3 issues.
Sounds reasonable.
But YouTube actually have another. It has a 4th issue. What's
and
the 4th
right
one?
now we're getting all the content that we're using for this page from YouTube, from Libsyn, which is our podcast.
Yeah, we just get the raw data.
So there's not really any room to describe images or add stuff like that.
So we need to find a workaround for that.
Yeah, we're talking about actually implementing some kind of database where we can add some metadata. But at this point, I think we're fine for now.
Okay, so the other issue we have is that we don't have a heading or a skip link or a landmark region, and that would help people with screen readers to don't have to listen to the same stuff every time they change pages, so they can navigate the page more efficiently. So that's also a thing we should implement and look at. And what else do we have? That's a different number. Why do we have that? Let's let's see. No, that's the same issues, just a different number, I guess. So the episodes page actually
Only one?
was good at...
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a skip link.
Or
because
the
I don't think-
title.
Yeah.
So we've got a question. Have we sent out the front-end day swag yet?
Whew, we had so much trouble getting every winner to actually contact us. So we need to fix that for next year and not have the competition as open as we did. More like a, I don't know, sign-up sheet or something with all the information already from the beginning, because it is on their way. The sponsors have gotten all the information this week.
Yeah.
So I would suspect they will start.
Any day now.
Yeah. Yeah. This was the title element as well.
Right.
So we could
was right.
fix that. Yeah. And
I'm like an accessibility ninja now.
no, don't.
Now,
You cannot say that you're an accessibility ninja and just after you said, we're fine right now. We're not
course
fine
I
right
can.
now. Yeah.
It's already up on LinkedIn.
It's all the title and alt attributes we need to fix. But I really like that we got a list so we can work from that. But they also have another tool, and this one I haven't tried actually.
You haven't tried it?
No, I haven't.
You're doing it for the first time?
I am. And I don't even know what does keyword mean. So they have a test whether you are mobile friendly or not. I am a little scared of putting in... Why? I wonder what keyword is. Does it say anything? How to use. So we can crawl the websites. Yeah, well, that will take a while. We have the URL list. That's good. We do have that. Oh, you can define a keyword for which we determine the top 50 results of google.com. And we then determine the mobile friendliness of each URL. That's interesting. I like data.
You do? I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, you should come to one of my UX classes. Okay, so let's do the URL list again and see what this is. This is very exciting because I have never tried. Oh, no.
What is going on there?
What tiny What tiny phone are you? Why do you say it's mobile friendly? It's unreadable. No.
So data and ranting. That's your hobby.
Preferably ranting about data. You have no idea. Come to one of my UX classes. This is unreadable.
But I'm not entirely sure that that is actually how it's gonna look on a real mobile
But that
device.
actually is how it looked on my phone. When we got the text like this, the text on top of text.
Did you get that?
I did get that on
Okay.
my phone. So let me try. Here's my phone. And see if I can see. So coding after...
Actual
work.
question. When, where, how, and how much?
Oh, I'm expensive. Yeah, see? It does actually overlap.
Really?
Yes. So let me do something here and see if you can see. I have zoomed in a little. Let's zoom out. Is it even readable here? No?
Well, you see that the text
Yeah,
is
the text is overlapping.
Now I'm interested. Let's...
That's how I saw that there was an issue. But apparently we are now mobile friendly, so that's nice. So we just need to work out what's going on with the actual text.
So we got a tip.
Line height.
Done.
Oh. 500 rems. My gosh. Yeah. That's a lot of scrolling.
So was that in
Well, the
on
first
the
page.
first page. Look
Yeah.
at that. I don't have that.
No, exactly. And that's why we didn't know we had a problem. But on my page, issue.
Yeah, so,
I also have
at
a
that.
light theme and you have dark theme.
yes, because I am not a psychopath.
It might be a little bit much, but it will work. That is true. It will work. A lot of scrolling, though.
Well, if you're not specified the actual how to solve the problem, that solves the problem.
Yeah. So this was good, but I still
What is? I don't understand.
I still
why.
don't understand why it does behave like that.
And you actually have I have an iPhone. You have a Android phone. So you actually have Google in there,
Yeah, I do.
or Chrome, I should say.
So the first page was an issue, right? So let us go into the DevTools.
Yeah, I blame badly written acceptance criteria. Loophole.
Yeah. And where is my... There it is. Never mind. Okay, so let's see if we can... I don't even know... I have a huge phone. My phone is larger than yours. It is humongous. Well, for me, it's not really humongous. So this isn't an issue.
No, looks good.
And this isn't an issue.
It looks good.
I don't know the sizes of these phones.
But it, I don't understand why the text should be.
I don't know either. Because we haven't set a
Apparently
height.
the same issue on my S21 Ultra phone. That
S21, does it...
Ultra phone. That sounds really good.
Have you tried it in Chrome? I believe so. We're using Chromium, the Edge Chromium, so that should be the same, theoretically. Okay, so let's
Good.
F12 all the things. And let's see. Well, I don't even know what size my phone is.
Ultra, it's a size, man. Be nice. So, have you seen? So, in the, I believe, I'm not sure if it is the UK or if it's the US, but there is a commercial with, it's some kind of cleaner, and they're playing the
That didn't help.
movie music for Flash. So like dum 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 Flash Ultra. It
That's
makes the
your favorite
impossible.
ad. That is your favorite ad.
And they have a dog like that sings along and dum 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 Flash Ultra.
This one caps it. Oh, it's a Galaxy Fold. Okay. Surface Duo. Well, I tried to find out the resolution, but apparently that's not what I was supposed to Google for, because that's humongous. That's not even a phone size.
I believe the commercial is Flash Ultra, so it might be, if you
You
YouTube
can
all
use
the
more
things.
Microsoft Lumia 550. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can choose other ones?
Really?
Who knew?
Know about that.
iPhones. Well, there's no newer phones here. Okay.
Found it. It's for a freaking kitchen cleaner.
It is. But there's a lot of fun commercials running on UK TV.
So if you really want to enjoy the annoy the whole DC community, when everyone is oh, have you seen the Flash? So every time someone says Flash, you say
Yeah, that is pretty annoying, even for a non-DC person.
Thank you.
I speak out of experience.
I miss my Lumia 930.
Yeah.
Yes.
I miss all the Lumias.
So I think I have a memory for today, which was like
Oh,
12
like the
years ago or something like that.
suggestions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you have a memory from 12 years ago or whatever. So I had two things today. I had the last breakfast at Denny's. So I think we were on our way from somewhere in the US.
Oh, that was Seattle.
And also a picture of a was it 1520?
Yeah.
15, yeah.
The humongous phone.
And
I don't understand how you got that down in your pocket. Well, you have man pockets. Women pockets are like this tiny.
Says my precious.
Yes.
It is. It was.
Well, I can't recreate it in any of.
I also like my 1020. You like that one.
Oh,
You really
I
like
love
that one.
that one. I still talk about it sometimes in my class as well.
It was an awesome OS.
It was. It actually was.
I miss my Windows Phone.
Because of Windows Phone and that design language, my mom is now. She went from being the most non-technical person in the world, and I mean that, just to set how untechnical she was. When my brother changed her theme back when it was Windows 98 from blue to green, she could not find her games and thought that he had destroyed the computer. That's the level. They were exactly at the same spot they usually are, but they were green instead of blue, so she did not see it. Now she runs multiple Facebook groups and she have group chats and what have you. She orders everything online. And I think it's all because of the design language from Windows Phone, which then led to when she got Windows 8, coming from Windows 98, that was no issue because she understood that the huge icon of I don't know, an email meant that's my mail, and my images, that's my images, and so on. And
we got my dad a Windows Phone as well.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I've ever gotten an SMS from my dad.
Yeah, with an image. So he actually understood how to take a picture, which nobody told him.
So apparently the trick to get a phone into your pocket is violence, will, and Vaseline.
And
That's what we're
Vaseline is
looking for.
actually not called Vaseline. It's a brand.
I actually thought it was.
Yeah, it's the brand, but it's. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on everything today. Yeah,
Grease.
No,
basically.
it's something else.
But that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
yeah.
it is a brand that's available that as well. Yeah. I can't recreate this.
I wish my mom would do that. I spent 2 weeks there without internet.
Oh gosh, yes. I don't think my mom would survive without internet. She's on TikTok, she's on Instagram, she's on Twitter. Yeah, it's all down to Windows Phone. Yes, Vaseline is a brand actually. It's called petroleum. No, that's petrol something.
That's a Harry Potter.
Yeah, petroleum jelly. Yes, thank you. That's the one I was looking for. It sounds like petroleum or something. Yeah, I can't recreate the issue on anywhere. I don't even know
Okay,
how.
so we need to figure that one. Let's add that to the backlog.
Yeah, so apparently my phone, a Xiaomi 11, and whatever Tyndall had, the Samsung Ultimate stuff.
Something Android is a problem,
Yeah.
basically. So let's take a
That is very strange. Why doesn't it show up here? But it did show up in the test, and it did show up on my phone. Oh, there, Samsung S21. Huge phablet thingamajig. I think my phone is huge, but it's not really that big.
Is
but
it only the headline, or is it the other
No,
text?
no, no. It's everything.
Okay.
It's everything. Yeah, look at that. That's like the text is on top of. It looks exactly like the test page we had here somewhere. It looks exactly like this. I do not understand how that could be an issue. But it is, apparently. Are you writing in the backlog?
I'm trying. Text is
overlapping.
Overlapping. That's the word I was looking for.
Petroleum jelly.
Text is overlapping.
Yeah.
On Android devices.
Now, large Android devices.
Do you think it's a large Android device problem?
I think so. I mean, it didn't show up in any other. And your phone is tiny.
Yeah, but it has the resolution.
So does mine. You saw the resolution. It was like. I think my computer has less resolution.
I'm just going to keep it Android devices because we don't know if it's on smaller devices as well.
My phone is as tall as my full hand, fingers and palm, and as wide as my hand. Actually, mine is smaller than my hands. Yeah.
We should boot up your old phone. See if we can test it there.
Yeah, we should. I think I have some unfinished games there as well, so that's fine.
Unwatched TikToks.
No, those are same account. Yeah, that's at least we get it an approval of mobile friendly, but we do have some Android issue. That will be interesting.
Boot up the Windows Phone. I don't think it would support Blazor.
Nowadays, not anything. Oh, those were the days. Well, can we put in the backlog that did we do that and I haven't done it? I need to go through and look at the podcast images if they are compliant with the respective design guidelines and recommendations.
The podcast
well,
images,
this one.
what we're talking about. Okay, yes,
These ones.
Look over the guidelines, I believe it's called.
Okay, yeah. So it's just me who haven't done it yet. Okay. Because I don't think I need to do that on stream because that will be very boring.
Well, unless there's ranting in combination with that.
Be ranting. They look a bit cramped. Yes, they do, but that's not the issue. Well, that's one of the issues. But yeah, I think the same thing is happening with the images as the text. But the issue here is we only know that the Apple Podcast and the Spotify and Google are up to standards according to their design guidelines, and we have not checked the other ones. So we may or may not be breaching their code of conduct or at least their design guidelines, and I do not want to do that. Again,
if we can, let's do that in the right way.
Yeah. I like being correct.
You like rules.
I do like rules.
You like data and ranting.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
And chocolate. Also chocolate.
Do not forget about the chocolate.
Exactly. That's how Jimmy survives if I have Visual Studio opens. By giving me chocolate.
Yep. True story.
It is a true story. Yeah. Okay. So, well, at least we got something approved here. But I actually kind of like these tools. I think I will start using them. And here we can get the list from whatever we didn't pass. And I think it's actually just down to the 4 points here. What happens if we export the issues? What do we get? I want to see. I do like Access as well. Excel as well.
There
So we have URL, issue, and description. Okay, so this is comma separated, and I opened it as an Excel.
The site is in my favorites now, so thanks for the tip. You're talking about codingafterwork.com, right? No?
Yeah. Oh, hey, we get a link there as well. That's good. Yeah. But I prefer doing it on the web.
100%.
Thank you for playing along so he doesn't rant. Apparently I'm the ranter, but you do have rants as well.
I do.
But then I have rants about your rants.
True.
Especially the JavaScript rants. See?
And the raccoon rants.
No, those I don't have issue with. I do like them.
So I don't know if I actually had one of those on stream, so let's do that. So apparently in Sweden, you're not allowed to have raccoons as a pet.
No.
Now, I did, of course, check this. I contacted whatever government we need to talk to.
Agriculture.
So I know that you can have like venomous snakes and stuff like that. So I thought that maybe it's perfect.
Venomous snake? What's that?
Yeah, it's a snake.
Okay, lusty snake. Okay, carry on.
You don't know that?
No, I did not know the sign for that. Okay. Okay, so we can have snakes.
We can have snakes. And I thought that, okay, is it possible to perhaps like get a permit? What do I need to sign? Who do I need?
Actually, I don't think you're allowed to have venomous snakes and spiders and stuff like that.
I believe they are.
Okay, sure.
So, but it's not a danger noodle.
Yeah, it's a danger noodle.
So apparently you are allowed to have predators in captivity like dogs and cats. That's fine.
And
ferrets. So far, so good. Dog, cat, and ferret. Now, there is one more predator that is allowed, and it's not raccoons. It is a badger.
You know, the one that can break your bones.
That is known for grabbing hold until they hear crunching.
Yeah.
You should actually, if you're in the woods and you know there are badgers out there, I read somewhere.
Yeah, the recommendation is...
You should put, is it gravel? Is that
No. Hard bread. Knäckebröd.
That's not what I heard.
Or
I heard
shells
like
of
small
eggs.
stones.
Okay, well, I was a scout
whatever.
and you weren't.
I was almost. So when they bite your leg off. So when they bite your leg, they're gonna hear the crunch and they're gonna go, oh, so I broke it. Let's go and do other stuff. And not raccoons.
Yeah.
I mean, what have raccoons ever done to them?
He actually emailed them back and said, can I at least get a permit or something? But to their defense, the badgers are actually, they are classed as pets.
Badgers are cute.
From a distance. Yeah, the Asher badgers. Well, you're allowed to have them, but they're usually just used for hunting. So that's why they are allowing them. So they're a hunting tool, basically. But no raccoons.
Okay, chat. You know that we are quoting a lot of movies and TV series and all of that. So I'm going to give you one. Badgers? Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers. Go. What movie?
Oh, you can have a guard hedgehog? You need to lift that in. You're allowed to have some subspecies of hedgehogs, though. Oh, you can have a guard hedgehog. I want that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they are, whatchamacallit, on the list of dying species here in Sweden.
Yeah, that's true. imagine going into someone's house and being rushed by a small spiky ball.
Can I paint him blue? And can I give him gold rings? What, I like that game.
Whatever happened to the door camera? And the hedgehog is like, mine, ring, it's a ring.
No, it just rolls over them to collect them.
Yeah.
So nobody got that movie reference. Well, I didn't either, so.
You didn't?
No. Oh no, what have I done?
You need to watch it.
What do I need to watch? I don't wanna!
It's from UHF
Oh, okay.
with Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
And you like him.
Not my favorite. It's like fun once and then you've heard it and then he destroys the song, the original song.
I really like it.
Well, I
So-
do like the Star Wars themed one. Once.
He busts a door open and, who are you? I'm your worst nightmare. Oh, I can see you're busy. I'm just gonna come back.
Welcome to a completely different show today. We are quoting movies. So I think we have another badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, badger, 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 snake. Oh, snake! Badger, 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 badger. That's a mouthful. So did you get that one?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Well, I'm the worst with quotes, so.
Worse.
Well, do
All
you
the
know? Do you know anyone who's worse than me? I can have seen the movie 5 minutes ago, and I still don't know.
Do you remember? It's from the Flash days.
Huh?
Don't.
Oh, you didn't say ah.
That's true. So Jessica usually tells me like, whenever I imitate something, she says, "So I'll be worst nightmare," like that. She would say, "Oh, you're using your Stallone voice."
Yes.
So
Definitely.
you're not imitating Stallone. You're not that good. You're using the voice that you're using to imitate Stallone.
That's true.
So that's fine.
That's
fine.
true.
Okay.
Well, sorry. Some of them are good. Okay. So should we put these things into our backlog
Yeah, sure. Why not?
while we are?
So I'm gonna
On
switch
topic.
over. There we go. And what are we doing then?
So we need to add. It's loading. That's why I'm speaking slowly. We need to add a title element
Let's see
on
here.
the page.
Let's call it a product backlog item and add title.
And we also need to have alt attributes on our tags, our
Attributes.
image tags.
So this is the definition of a bad backlog item.
Oh gosh, you promised to try to be better.
Yeah, but we need to identify where all the places where we need to have alt. We need to identify all the pages
Okay.
where. So
Okay.
we can add to that.
And we also need to fix our links. So we have a
Fix links.
so we have titles or
Titles.
something like that on
Or
those.
something.
Well,
Like
thank
that.
you for writing that in. And I think we had one more, right?
Thank you for writing.
So we had
that
heading,
we go.
discernible name, title, and alt attribute. That's it. Well, did you add 4 things or 3 things?
3 things.
So we had the title.
Fix links with title or something like that. Thank you for adding that in. That's one.
Oh my gosh. And we had the alt attributes for images and videos.
Yep.
And the title element. And we also need to have a heading or skip link or landmark region.
heading. Let's see. We want to add a heading or skip link.
Yeah. Or landmark region.
Skip link. Or
so what are the acceptance criteria for that product backlog items? Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing.
What was landmark?
Region.
Region.
So just so you see this, so we are now shaming you. You don't even budge.
We were like going through backlog items today, and it was like everything was a one-liner. There was nothing in the acceptance criteria. There was nothing, not a single word inside of the actual description of what we're supposed to do. And we're like looking at the text. I have no idea.
So my cortisol level while you are talking is like racing.
We don't know where it is. We don't know what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to. We don't know what we're supposed to do with what. It was like what we have not just back.
No, I would say done. If there's no acceptance criteria and you don't have a definition of done, it's done.
True. And as per usual, this is...
I had a weird problem this week. I had a product backlog item and I knew how to do it, but I had no idea when it was supposed to trigger or why. Well, you knew how to solve it.
Investigate accessibility.
Yes,
Done.
we did that.
I can assign
Actually,
it to
I
you
should
as
put
well,
a
so you
link
get
to
a little
that
bit of gamer points.
page. Because
And
I
I
think
fixed the padding.
here's the URL for all the tools we used. And again, no acceptance criteria. I know. I'm sorry. This is not how you do it. Don't do like this. But then again, our sprints are 90 minutes, so.
Acceptance criteria to add a title. There should be a title.
Thank you. Was that so hard?
Where? Doesn't matter. There should be a title.
Shall. Oh, you didn't have any acceptance criteria either. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I can't even.
The episode.
We can't see what you're writing, just so you know.
Name should shall be
Centered. On the page.
On the page.
I wanted to go bad PO. Bad PL, but they were both in meetings all freaking week. I would have loved that. There should be like a GIF or a video that you can just return when nothing is done.
So my colleague actually just said. So I don't remember what the PBI was actually for, but shouldn't we just add that, you know, the Batman image where he slaps the Robin, and it was like no acceptance criteria or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
Please do. Please.
I was laughing in tears.
I would love that, and we can send it to Thindle, and he can use it as well.
So
yes.
Please do that. No acceptance criteria.
And I can make one for no definition of done and no. Yeah, I need this in my life. Mm-hmm. Yes, we all do. Ah, the dream of a great product backlog.
The dream of a...
Yeah.
I remember.
Do you? Do you remember one great product Backlog that had everything.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a dream. Unobtainable dream.
Unobtainable.
I shouldn't say that on my Scrum classes, should I?
So in the real world, you're never gonna see PBI. You're never gonna see an acceptance criteria. This is just made up things. Scrum doesn't really exist.
Oh, stop it! It does. It does. They can do Scrum Butt or Scrumish.
You said but. I'm sorry.
You do know when I mention Scrumish and Scrum Butt, I do have an image of IR Baboon because he has this huge red butt. I actually do that. I don't think it's appropriate, but it's fun, and we have been talking all day, so we need a laugh at the end. So that's the level of my maturity. Yep.
All right. I think we're done for today. Until next time.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.